kids for the next. Actually, when do I have kids? It's more than an hour. I figure I'd do a short stream while I get shit done. Say hey, see how everyone's doing. Updates. Update my calendar. This is my little calendar. This little flimsy piece of paper. Gotta keep track of stuff because the calendar constantly changes. We don't have like legitimate ones. But I already did all the help my kids with stuff thing. I don't think any high schoolers are coming, so I could skip that one, which means I don't have class with kids until 1 o'clock at the latest. But I still have to like do lunch and all that. So maybe we can hang out a little bit. I have to fill in report cards. I'll show you what I'm doing here. I can't show you their names though, but it's a mess. I got to fill in report cards because report card time is a mess. But what's nice though is it's not the official report card, it's the halfway point. So they finished marking period 1 out of 4 quarters. We're in marking period 2, and marking period 2 is halfway over. So we send a little checkpoint, like progress report thing to the kids and their families, like, here's how it's going. This is your grade right now in case you don't ever check. um, so on this screen, you can see all my comments and stuff. But yeah, we're going to do some French planning and report card comments. The scary stuff. How's it going, Zarknor? You doing work and businessy, meetingy stuff? I don't even know how to classify. I don't know. Are you programming? But yeah, these are the we can't say anything we want to say on the report cards. We have to use these comment codes. So I've got like fail them all. Don't worry, Nick. They're actually doing that all on their own. I just counted. I have a class of 20, my first beginner French class of the day. There's 20 kids, and 8 of them are currently failing. But not to worry, kids. Even if you do nothing at all, you still get a free 50%. So let's say you maybe do one thing later on, one measly fucking thing, you might actually pass. You just do one fucking thing. So, yeah, it's frustrating. I feel bad though, because, like, I mean, it's pandemic time, the world's ending. I can't even handle work that much. I'm sure they can't handle school very well. But, like, yeah, I don't know. The lack of effort over the years is why I say things with sass. How you doing, Nick? Are you working too? Uh, or are you not in yet? Oops, hitting buttons. My keyboard's dusty and it's bugging me. But yeah, I have 8 kids out of 20 failing. That's a 40% fail rate, which means I look bad. Even though, like, it goes on my rating if the kids are failing as a negative. But some of these kids like don't have computers, don't have Wi-Fi, can't get to a place that has Wi-Fi. Um, their access to education isn't a thing. It's not like they just don't get on the bus in the morning and like we send a social worker or somebody to go get them. It's like they don't go to school and we're just like shrugs. So they fail and I look bad for it. And I feel awful because like I can't make life better for these kids. It just sucks and that's just how it is. It's pretty vicious, honestly. All right. So I'm putting in these comments. This girl has a 98%. And I swear to God, the entire beginning of the year, she did nothing. So I'm going to give her a 12. Work shows improvement. She's got a near perfect. Um, she's definitely trying. I'll give her a 4 too. Puts forth an effort. Uh, Next kid, 50%, which means she doesn't do shit. Because if they have exactly a 50, those are the ones that like they actually probably have a 0. But the calculator just automatically starts them at a 50. That's like a new policy. All right. She shows up to class though. Um, I gave her a need to participate more because usually the more you participate, the more you get feedback and the more people know what the hell's going on because I explain things or answer them or say good job or yes, let's just change this one little thing. So if she participates, she'd probably get more help. And I'd say not working to ability, probably, right? Because last time she had a C and now she has an F. That's a big jump down, right? That feels like a win. Does not follow directions. Major assignments incomplete or unsatisfactory. Maybe we'll do that. Major assignments. Yeah, we'll do that. She's just missing stuff. Got another 50. This girl's super shy, but she's trying. Um, I said she participates in class. I'll give her missing work too. Alright, this kid is a 93. Honestly, I don't know how. He doesn't come to class. But I taught him in 6th grade now that they're in 8th grade, and he was a new student to the district back then, and he was kind of a boss. He's this left-handed kid, so I kind of liked him because he was left-handed and I'm left-handed. He didn't know how to hold a pencil. Like, you know, you have your fingers pointing one way and the pencil kind of pointing in the same direction as your fingers going back up towards your wrist. This kid did the opposite. If the pencil is pointing, to the right, because we write from left to right, going towards the right every time, he would put his left hand on the other side of the pencil and write like this. So he'd fuck up his wrist beyond all reason. And his writing is so hard to read. But he would write like this and like wiggle his wrist around. Like, because finger movement doesn't really do anything at this angle. He never learned how to like hold a pencil somehow. I don't know where he's from or whatever. But I used to like, I don't know, give him my energy and try to help out because he would always get in trouble in class for like taking forever on stuff, but he would be writing like this with his hand on the like wrong side of the pencil. And I caught it wrong because he's straining his wrists so bad. Like I'd say if it worked, like if you want to invent a new way to hold something, like I don't know, put it between your fingers or like go for it. But don't hurt yourself. Damn. He's doing good though. I think he needs to participate more. I never hear his voice ever for French class. Hmm. A couple of these are easy. A couple of these not so much. I don't know what to do for them. I think I'll give a lot of them this code though, 23. Missing assignments or like half done assignments. Because I mean that's what the grades are for. It's just if you don't hand shit in, they automatically fail it. That's school policy. Oh, did you hear that? Got a work email. But yeah, after this, I gotta put in all these comments and stuff, and then after this, I have to make French 4 teaching material. That's what this graduating person is doing. We're gonna learn how to make French resumes, which is kind of badass. Um, and also French cover letters. And then they're practicing how would you call an office, like what sort of vocabulary would you use without sounding like an asshole? Because like we learned how to speak to each other as friends, like informal stuff first. Now they have to learn how to be super formal. It's such a weird shift because like I don't know. Formal English is like that too. It's like old school, like Latin influenced grammar. Um, all right, I'm almost done with the comments for this one class. I feel like I should probably do the other, but I'm going to take a break so we can make something cool. Because I've got class at 1, and I want to make sure I'm ready. It can be kind of a mess getting ready for class, to be honest. I usually don't have my shit together, so like trying to actually make class materials right before class, that can be stressful. Alrighty. Almost ready. Got like a handful of kids left. Alright, this kid is late all the time, but I don't know if his computer's glitching or what. He just fucking leaves. I have late to class. Is there a leave class early option? He just fucking leaves and doesn't come back. Who the hell does that? Lacks motivation, doesn't seek help, doesn't participate, needs to be organized, working below ability. Hey, Star Fox. I'm putting in report card comments. How's your morning? We're gonna make stuff for French 4 though. The irony of it is, it's how to get a job. That's what we're gonna learn in French 4 today. Absence hinders progress in class. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll use that for him. Shows little effort. Oh, does not follow directions. You know what? I'm gonna give this kid does not follow directions. That's what it is. Because he always fucking leaves. And I call him back. And then he'll come back and I'll be like, okay, talk to you guys soon. He fucking leaves again. I don't know what's up with that. You're well? Okay. I'm glad you're doing alright. I'm okay too, I guess. I'm trying to fill in report card comments for all these kids. I would totally show you and like kind of share what teaching is like a little bit more specifically, except it's a felony, so I can't show you their names or grades or anything. But I can show you the report card comments. It's weird because we have these numbers. We can't actually say our own stuff like, oh, they're doing well with speaking, but they need to practice their spelling or whatever for, language class. I have to actually use this bullshit instead. You trust me? Yeah, I'm working. I'm definitely working. All right, 29 for this kid who doesn't come. Absence hinders progress in class. One time, literally one time ever, he showed up and he was like, Mademoiselle, I know I don't come to class, but what can I do to bring my grade up? Bitch, come to class! What? Um, Effort. Where's the word effort? I know there's a few comments with effort. Inconsistent effort shows little effort. Alright, he doesn't come. He doesn't do anything when he shows up. Alright, this girl's awesome. She knows what she's doing, and her grade just keeps going up. She had a 59, then a 64, now a 90. She's got her shit together. I'm gonna say work shows improvement. And then this girl's shy. I'll give her needs to participate more. Because I don't know if she knows how to do anything or not. She always just hands in stuff like 2 weeks late. I don't know if someone gave her the answers, or if she knows what she's doing, or if she was just busy and couldn't finish it on time. She doesn't ever say shit. Is there a late homework? Frequently late to class? Nah. She's polite. I'll say she's courteous. I don't know what else to do. Okay. Save that. In lighter news, what you got, Star Fox? Let's make stuff for French 4. That's better than report cards. Y'all should hear the shit that I say while I'm trying to grade. Like when it's just me and Setsu, or just me at home talking to myself, or talking to friends while I'm hanging in Discord calls and like grading. It's actually ridiculous. Alright, we'll close this guy. Here we go. Work emails. Oh, yeah, we're doing like language assessments and stuff, and it can be tough doing like speaking assessments on the internet. We've been asking the tech team, like, do you have any resources for us? Like, can you help us at all? Not really. That's what the email was just now. All right, so I'm teaching my kids business language so that they can apply for jobs, write a resume, write a cover letter. Man soap advertised on YouTube? The hell is man soap? Is it made out of men? Is that like part cannibalism? Starfox, what are you talking about? Alright, let's see. So I gave them some useful expressions to get started here, and then taught them about a phone. I do feel softness to my skin, which is normally dry with Irish Spring. Irish Spring, oh yeah, that's kind of harsh stuff. Do not recommend. Right, we had to learn about the different parts and pieces of the phone, like the ringer and the display, the handset. I don't even know what these are in English. A wireless phone, things you might say. Job candidate goes to calls an office asking for a big boss lady. Secretary says, "Hang on, I'll patch you over." What each person would do. Candidat, secrétaire, la patronne. Ne quittez pas s'il vous plaît. You don't have to use formal with me, Star Fox. We're friends. Ne quitte pas. You did say it right, but so formal. S'il te plaît. Ne quitte pas, s'il te plaît. I would say this, since we're friends. You can use the tu form with me. On peut se tutoyer. Vous voyez, c'est pour le professeur, c'est pour le big boss, maybe strangers, people you don't know that well, acquaintances. Don't be sorry. It's all right. But yeah, that's perfect French right there. You'd say, like, don't give up. Please. Ne quittez pas, s'il vous plaît. Same thing, informal version. Ne quitte pas, s'il te plaît. Alright, I gave them fragments of a conversation, and we did this already. They like piece together like the beginning of a phone call, how you'd say like, "Hi, this is me, this is what I need." Waiting for a secretary to maybe send you to somebody else or leave a message or something while you're on hold, what to do. And the end of the conversation would be like, "Okay, well, can I leave a message or whatever?" Uh, Star Fox, it depends on what your goal is. Like, my classes that I teach in the beginner levels, it's all communicative, and I'm trying to teach them culturally. Like, you are friends with this person in class who's sitting next to you. you know them well, like you've all grown up together, we're going to use informal. And then, later on, we get to the formal stuff. Back in the day, like when I went to school, you would learn probably formal first because people were more formal back then. So you learned formal, and then only with your closest friends and family would you use the informal. So it really just depends who you want to talk to, honestly. There's no like easier or more difficult forms, like the tu versus vous, informal and formal, addressing a person. But I would definitely say like it depends on who you intend to interact with. I mean, most likely, if your wife is teaching you French, you probably want informal because you're close with her and you know her personally. Um, but, technically, people tend to learn formal first because you may run into people you don't know. And it's definitely better to err on the side of caution. You don't want to use informal and offend somebody. So there's reasons why you might do one first or the other. It's definitely no right or wrong though. Oh, this was crazy. So I found out, so we're talking about job stuff in this unit, and we're talking about like joblessness also. And I learned, well, I've known this, but I learned specifically with numbers, like how much joblessness is a big problem in France for young people, just like it is here. So I found that to be really interesting. So it's the same. So it says, the overall joblessness or unemployment has gone down 10.2% down to 9.6%. But if you just factor in only young people and ignore all the other age groups, their joblessness percentage is 22. Whoa. Cora, it's me. Cora, I'm knocking on the table. Stupid ass. Cora, look, it's right here. It's me. Look. Teach him about hydration packs? What? Yeah, so I have this infographic for them. The blue line is young people, 15 to 24 years old, hanging around the 20s percentage wise. That sucks. I feel like that's what we have here. What are you talking about hydration packs though? What? Pro tip: be yourself. Arrive early. Dress well. Prepare yourself well. Oh man, there's so many emails. Do you guys hear that? Uh, oh my god, the kid who doesn't come to class. Hi, mademoiselle. What can I do to get my grade up? Dude, come to class. You have to learn shit before you can just hand things in. You won't know how to do anything. Man, they're Looney Tunes, these kids. He's probably like 12 or 13 years old. 14 max. They have no idea what they're doing. So obnoxious. And I feel bad telling him, like, just go to fucking class. But, like, you literally cannot learn this content unless you learn the content. Like, you have to actively do something. You can't just wish your grade to be good. The grade shows what you're capable of doing. If you've tried doing nothing, you're capable of nothing as far as the data shows. And it sucks because like that's one of the most frustrating things as an adult. Like I want to try and do a different career just for the hell of it, right? It's been unrewarding in recent years to be a teacher because there's all this paperwork bullshit and grades and like we can't just learn, we can't just do good stuff, we can't just grow as people. Like I'm not really teaching them citizenship. I'm teaching them servitude, you know? The way that the policies are made and what I have to do to follow the rules, it's stupid. So I don't know. Like honestly, this kid probably, if he didn't have to worry about his grade, he'd probably just show up and goof around and learn French with us, with the rest of us. But it's such a big deal because there's a grade attached, and like he has not handed in anything, which proves that he doesn't know anything. But in likelihood, he probably knows a lot because he already speaks English and Spanish. But I have to fail him because the school told me to, because he didn't hand in any work. And that's bullshit. I want to try a different profession, but on paper, I'm useless. On paper, I can't do anything but teach French, which is bullshit. I have skills, just like that boy has skills. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is this is a pre-filled PowerPoint with like random shit in it. I think I'm going to replace some of the slides with my own words. So I'm going to show the kids an example of une lettre de motivation, which is a cover letter, your motivation letter. You know, why do you want to work for us? And I'm going to just make it disgusting and horrible and really informal and rude. And I'm going to tell my kids to fix it. So if it says, like, I want to, you have to change it to I would like, something less abrasive and direct. We, the parents, don't challenge our kids the way that we used to. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's all just capitalism, Star Fox. The grade is your currency, and the higher the grade you get, the better chance you get to university, the better chance you get into a better program, the better chance you get a job, right? The higher the grade you have, the better you do, which is bullshit. We don't recognize kids for their fucking abilities. We just say, you fit into the mold or you don't. And if you don't, you fail. I've got kids struggling with mental illness, depression, anxiety, and you know what? They fucking fail because I have to fail them. That's what my bosses tell me to do. And then on the other hand, they'll be like, "Well, why aren't you doing enough? Why aren't you passing them?" They get mad at me for the kids not getting help. But like, it's not French they need help with. They need help getting up in the morning. They need help getting dressed and turning on the computer. They need help de-stressing. Like they need fucking help. And I don't do that. I'm the French teacher. Like if they need a social worker, get a social worker. If they need a guidance counselor or a therapist, like a licensed therapist, they need to go find that person. Um, and then, I can start to build a community in my classroom and we can start to rely on each other, students and teacher and like student to student. But like expecting me to do everything, I can't. Like it's not even I don't want to. I can't. It's just not something that I can do. Plus do my job, like the teaching part. Plus do all the paperwork, like the bullshit grading. Yeah, it is backwards. And the system that we're stuck in, like you do nothing, you get nothing. I mean, that's kind of how it is no matter what, grades or not. Like, you put in no effort, you get no results. You just fail. And that's kind of what I'm struggling with right now. It's like, originally, when my job was awful and they were abusing me and stuff and like yelling at me and all this nasty stuff, I would just come home from work, like pre-COVID, right? I'd come home from work and like vent about it and just hope that it gets better for next time. And that's not how it works. I have to change things, and that's hard to do. This is way too fucking big. I'm gonna move this out of the way for right now, though. It's gonna take up the whole thing. Then I'll resize it later. Bonjour, je t'ai parlé. Oh, I need a French keyboard. I would love the accent marks just being there on the freaking buttons. Je t'ai parlé au téléphone. Je t'ai parlé au téléphone le 3 septembre. Je vous envoie. No, I should make it super formal. Je t'envoie cette lettre parce que je veux faire un stage chez vous. Yeah, it's funny. People have told me they've learned a lot from gaming, like attitude wise, like approach to life sort of stuff. It's really interesting how, like, when you get into, I mean, gaming is definitely a closed community, right? Because when you get in a game, you're only in one game at a time, you're with one team or one group of people at a time. But it is a version of the real world, it is a context you can live in. And you get into gaming and you learn teamwork. You learn or you fail at teamwork and getting along with people and getting results. Like you run out in Apex, that's what it was saying like the other day. Like he runs out in Apex and gets himself killed. He used to blame the other person, like, oh, why weren't you backing me up? But now he says shit like, yeah, I knew I wasn't supposed to be out there because I can't expect them to back me up. Like, we have to go as a team and play it safe. Otherwise, you get out and then, you lose. Most parents cry decline to you and me while putting down the standards. Yeah, it can be rough. Well, and that's weird. Like, things have been changing incrementally. I've had parents come after my job because some kid copied some other kid's homework and it was like worth like a point or two. Like, it's not like a quiz or a test or something of significant value. It's just, hey, just do this and then we'll talk about it next day and we'll reflect on it and learn from it. That's it. Like something really small. And she copied somebody and like school policies don't plagiarize. So if it's not your work, you get a zero. I gave her a zero and this girl's mom came after me and tried to make up all these stories about like she never said it, but she tried to allude to the fact that I was like singling her out and you know, the kid cheats on something, you ask, "Do you need help?" Right? You're not showing that you can do this by yourself because I see you've just copied something from somewhere else. Do you need help doing this by yourself? So you have the skill and you don't have to go anywhere else. And when you hold a kid after class for a conversation like that, it's uncomfortable for both of us probably. And um, what ended up happening was her mom was like, "Oh yeah, she was in a room, my daughter with a teacher alone, and that's inappropriate. The teacher and the student shouldn't be alone in a room together. Do you know what they did?" And she was like basically trying to allude to like that I'm a pedophile or something. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, her daughter cheated on a homework assignment, and the parent treated me like that. Instead of addressing her daughter and saying, like, what do you need? How can we help you? Like, why did you do that? Nope, teacher, go die. Just fucking die. So I've been treated like that from parents, but then you have a slight shift. I have middle schooler parents in communication with me a lot, and it's better in some ways, but just different in others. For example, I have kids who are not attending classes or not coming to school and they're truants. And I'm like, okay, here's what we're learning about right now, like mom and dad or parent, guardian, whatever. This is what we're doing. This is what your kid needs to do. Your kid needs to come to class. And then at home, you can probably do these things on their own without my help. And then we have get help sessions like between classes, come to some of these. So I kind of like coach them through so that they don't feel too overwhelmed in what's going on in classes. The response I get from some of these parents are like, oh, yeah, I know, my kid's really lazy. Oh, well, it's not your fault, Miss Teacher. And I'm like, what? Thank you for not blaming me for your child's flaws. Please parent your child. Like, it's a governmental mandate that your child go to school until the age of 16. Your kid's 12. Can you tell them to fucking, like, go to school? Like, help them, please. They're just a kid. They don't know how to do everything. They don't always, like, have them push or motivation to do it. Sometimes life is hard and you have to do things you don't want to do. Like, you have to be the person that pushes them. And, like, it's weird. I mean, yeah, I have other parents too that are like, oh, yeah, we'll get right on it. We'll help you. Like, we're here to support you teachers in educating my child. I have that too, but it's not as common as the, yeah, oh, well, my kid's just lazy, or the, no, go die. Like, it's weird. I don't know that movie. Antagonist mad at principal for expelling a kid for selling drugs. Yeah, it's in pop culture, it's in the media, it's on the news. It's bullshit. Yeah, they just I don't know. People just hate teachers. And I think that's one of the reasons why I sort of want a career change. Is I really enjoy the time I spend with my students. Not because I think they're cute and I love them. I mean, like they're people. I love them as much as I would love any person. But like I actually like doing what I do. I feel like they grow as people and if I'm good, right? I feel like I'm no good now and like I'm stepped on. I actually wrote a letter that's like 4 pages to my psychiatrist last night detailing some like a summary of the things that I've been put through at work and um like with the hopes that he maybe will sign a doctor's note for me to like step away from work for a little bit or something like that. And just writing it all out last night. Like I said, it was 4 pages, like on a Microsoft Word document, size 12. Some of it I made smaller, size 10. And I was like, holy shit, this place is toxic. But it's all because people just hate teachers. And specifically, they hate me pretty good. Je suis étudiante. Oops, too big. Je suis étudiante en journalisme. Oups. Et je veux travailler. One sec while I type this. I see you in the chat. Hang on. Dans votre journal. Voici une description de mes études et de mes expériences. Oups. What? Expérience professionnelle. Au revoir. Alexandra. Professionnel. Professionnel. Oh, okay. We'll make it a little smaller. No, we don't want the bad name because the child reflects the adult. Yeah, I guess. I mean, or you could try to be better. Not you personally, but I'm not a parent and I can't say I understand all of these things, but like, must be fucking hard to just run away from your problems all the time. I'm trying really hard to not do that right now. I'm like, I'm a good teacher, you know, I can do it, but where I work is toxic and I need a break. So I'm trying to set myself up for something good. I'm trying to take a break, come back to it after, you know, I've had time to think. I want to sign up for disability, not apply to other jobs just yet, because I think if you apply for disability, like you're saying you're unable to work. I don't know if I can actually apply to other jobs. So, whatever, I'll take a break and we'll see what happens. I'll either be ready to go back and try again, or I'll say, no, fuck you guys, you are literally the worst and I don't deserve you. Like in the good sense, like I don't deserve to be treated like the way you treat me. So we'll see what happens. Um, so I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily running away from my problems. I know it's different though when it's like your own kid though. That stuff's scary. I mean, there's nothing wrong with buying things for your children. Jordans are on their feet, iPhones in their hands, but you still have to parent them. Whatever you provide for your children materialistically is mostly irrelevant. What the parental guidance that a person provides, or the just guidance, doesn't have to be parental, even any adult. That's what matters the most. And sometimes, in a world like today, materialistic values can really be difficult to get by. Some kids really struggle with like not having or not being the same as or whatever. Sometimes you do have to give in to certain things, maybe so that the kid can relax enough and focus on themselves instead of worrying about that they're different or worrying about that they don't have the same thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's something I truly believe in, but I don't think it's necessarily a terrible thing to treat your children to something nice. Alexandra voudrait faire un stage au Monde, un grand journal français. Alright, so she wants to be what is a word in English? She wants to be an intern at this fancy newspaper called Monde, which is a real newspaper. Elle a écrit, she wrote an email asking about going to work down. Elle a écrit une lettre, mais elle a écrit un mail. We're gonna say she wrote an email. It's 2020. She's gonna write a fucking email. Mais elle n'a pas utilisé, she wasn't polite, de formule de politesse. Réécrit son mail de façon polie. I know I need an accent mark. Thank you. Façon polie. Rewrite in a polite sense. Page 57 has vocab. Yeah. Alright, I need to show them an example first. Yeah, parent with purpose. Yeah, I know, you're right. You gotta parent with purpose, absolutely. You can't just do everything at random. I mean, it's tough. It must be impossible for some days to be a parent, you know? Like, I'm sure it's really difficult. Because you're gonna be yourself, but you also have to provide for a whole nother being. It's probably terrifying. Alright, so she wants to do an internship at Monde, a big French journal, newspaper rather. She wrote an email, but she didn't use any politeness. Rewrite it in a polite fashion. Okay, before this, I have to insert a cover letter. Um, eh. I think I'll just make a blank slide. Wow, A plus. That's weird looking. Yeah, we'll just use blank slide to put in before. Um, let's see. Actually, okay, wait. I got a plan. I got a plan. I'm going to make it look like a piece of paper. So delete all this shit. Mm, icon's gotta go. Actually, we'll keep that. Okay. Une lettre de motivation. Alright, so we're gonna look at the cover letter, the interest letter, and we're gonna make this look like a piece of paper. Delete the bullet points, and we're gonna fill it with white, and we're going to give it a drop shadow so it looks like it's actually standing up. Oh, not transparency. Wait. E. Distance. Blur radius. Fine. Blur more. There we go. Alright, so we got our piece of paper. Don't get me started. Yeah, good grade or rewards for doing nothing. No, I mean, honestly, Star Fox, I think the kid who keeps messaging me, what can I do, is just so fucking lost. He hasn't come to school since August. It's December. It's almost Christmas. He doesn't know how to do anything. He doesn't even know his own goddamn name. He doesn't know the alphabet. He doesn't know how to say I like. He doesn't know how to say I am or I have. He doesn't know basic expressions. And we're doing stuff now. We're putting together sentences for the first time right now. Look at this. Look, we're using. So instead of me giving them expressions, I gave them a fuck ton of verbs. I just gave them verbs. That's it. And they're learning how to actually use these verbs here and make their own sentences and express their own likes and dislikes and say what they do or what their mom likes to do or what their brother likes to do or what their math teacher likes to do. I don't care. But like this kid can't even say his own name. He can't say my name is. He can't say I'm 13 years old. That was the first thing that we did. So now that we're adding on to it and actually like I'm actually requiring the kids to think and use prior knowledge. He doesn't have prior knowledge. He can't use it to critically think and come up with solutions to his problems. If he wants to say, I like to swim, he won't know how to do that. And that's not fair. Like, he doesn't know where to start. And I understand that. And honestly, the first place to start would be come to class and fry your fucking brain and make it hurt. Like, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but like I mean, I lived in Denmark for a month, right? When I was a teen, I think I was about his age, 13, 14, and I wasn't there to learn Danish, but I lived there for a month over the summer with my friend. And I was in her house with her mom and her sister and her dad, and they were Danishing it up all over the place. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But like by the end of my visit, she was arguing in the kitchen with her mom over fucking bread. And she wanted this kind of bread, and her mom was already making that kind of bread. And I'm like, Anne, leave her alone. Like, it's no big deal. Like, stop arguing about bread. Who cares? It's bread. And the two of them turned around in the kitchen, like, wait, you know what we're saying? And I'm like, not really, but I know you're arguing about what kind of bread to use. Like, who cares? Like, just let her go. And that was a month of struggle and trying to understand, and it just happens. Like, you gotta just show up and be there and be in it. Um, so like, here's what we're doing now. I've got like a little mini activity and stuff. Like, I have step by step. We are doing this together in class. Like, I'm giving them a verb, so they don't even have to guess. Like, well, what does the sentence mean or whatever. So, je parle français means I speak French, right? So, I give them a subject and an object, and I give them a verb that they have to put together and make it fit in the sentence. Obviously, you can see the spelling slightly different once it's in the sentence. They have to know what to do with that. And like I have like other slides in here. This is like their virtual notebook. I made them all virtual notebooks so I can see what the fuck they're writing instead of like walking around the room that I'm not in because we're all teaching from home or the kids are at home or whatever. Yeah, I mean, the kid is not challenged to go to school. He's clearly unsupervised, whether the parents are home or not, or his guardian or whatever. He's clearly on his own. And as a child of 12, 13, 14 years old, of age, like, he's clearly not capable of doing it all by himself. That's too young to expect a kid to do everything and take care of everything on their own. It's just not fair, Star Fox. Like, it's not his fault. It's his family's fault for not supporting him. Like, I can try, but I can't just give him an A, and I can't just suddenly have him take all the knowledge that I have. He has to come to class. So when I answer him in a message today, I'm going to tell him, I'm sorry, buddy, you got to come and struggle. Like, it's going to be hard, but like, you got to do this. So, we'll see. But like, I feel bad because, like I said, it's not just his fault. It's like a collective group. He's not putting in effort. His family's not putting in effort. It's weird. I don't know how people live like that and like do well or what they do when they fail. Like, what happens next? All right, I'm making this kid's lettre de motivation. You gotta put your address on there. Paris. And then let's see. You dang accent marks every time. Téléphone. 01 53 05 00 06. That's a weird number. They usually start with sixes. Oh well. But like, honestly, Star Fox, that's why I'm giving up. Like, the the administration and stuff, they blame teachers for shit like this when I'm like, please help me out. And they're like, what's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me. The kids aren't going to school. Like, I can't do shit about that. No, I don't want to do Discord. I'm sorry. I want to type up this lettre de motivation. Why, you don't like typing, Star Fox? Le 3 septembre. Insert spatial character. À l'attention de Monsieur Toré. TV. Alright, I think this is what I'll do. I'm gonna highlight certain things. Like, this is very businessy. Maybe I'll just make him a different color. I don't want to take up too much room. À l'attention de... Yeah, maybe like that. Are you testing me? What are you doing, Starbucks? Don't fuck around like that. Objet. Seriously, what are you doing? Are you messing with me? You're not messing with me. Alright, fine. You better not be messing with me. I'm gonna be mad. Monsieur. So many accent marks. It's gonna take forever. I wish I had my Mac set up to stream. It'd be so much easier. Oh no. Okay, it's been like an hour, I think. I should probably get more done. Étant, oups, étant actuellement more accent marks. Starbucks, what are you up to? What are you trying to tell me? You secretly messaging me or something somewhere? Étudiant en architecture, je désirais effectuer un stage d'une durée while being a student. Ooh, secret message. Sounds illicit. I don't know what he's doing. He's always got some secret message. Star Fox talks in code, don't you know? Alright, being an architecture student. I'll highlight that too. I I would desire to uh, begin an internship for the duration of un mois, 1 month. D'une durée, oh, what am I doing? Donne-moi. We'll make that blue too. For a month, in your cabinet group, dans le but d'acquérir une expérience nécessaire à ma formation. Accent mark! À ma formation. Alright. Votre cabinet dans le but d'acquérir une expérience. Actually, honestly, I'll probably give them this whole thing and just say this is an expression, you should use it. It's so formal. Like, I could tell them to pick this apart so they can understand it better. But, like, if they copy and paste this expression, that could be really useful for them. Vos réalisations m'intéressent et j'aimerais vivement, wow, such pretty language, vivement travailler avec vous. Your creations interest me and I would I would vivaciously love to work with you. It's so like frilly and Like, I don't want to say poetic, but it's like very lively speech. But it's not lively in like a jovial way. It's just like trying to beautify the idea that this person likes what the other person is doing. Please let me work with you in an internship. Okay. Veuillez. Oh, there's another work email. What am I doing? Veuillez. Where's my work email? I'm gonna open this. Not that. Not that. Not that. Work email. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right. Ridiculous. Okay. So this is what this is what happens. I'm so embarrassed that I'm like this on stream, but this is my daily. I got a work email. It says, "Student, hello teacher. Student has been approved to drop Honors French 3 effective tomorrow. Please let me know if you have any questions." Uh, well, no, I understand what dropping a class means, that she's not going to show up anymore. But why? Is she okay? Did she quit school? This girl, this specific girl, has been like taking classes with us for maybe the first month of school, and then she disappeared, and we didn't hear from her for like 2 months. And then I was the first person to be like, "Hey, it's been 9 days. Has anyone heard from this kid?" And everyone's like, shrugs. And I'm like, "No, it's been 9 days. Like legally, they can be gone for maybe like 2 or 3 without us asking questions. But like the attendance office should be calling home. The attendance office should be uh, filing a police report." Like at this point, they've just been gone. Call the parents, like whatever. And 2 months later, they finally get in contact with her. I don't know why the hell they didn't do anything before that. Like, I told them to, and I emailed the girl and her family and all the teachers, like, anyone, please? And no one ever got back to me. Turns out she didn't have a stable place to live, she didn't have a home to live in. And so when the girl finally got back to the guidance counselor, she started like making up stories. Like it's obvious, like when they're not real. And the guidance counselor bought it. Like I think this person's new this year, but the girl told the school, "Yeah, I was transferring to a different school, I just never told you guys. So yeah, I transferred to a different school, I don't go to the school anymore." And we're like, okay, but legally, like whenever you transfer schools, like if you're in public education, you have to have the new school send the old school official document saying like, "Hey, we just got your old student. You can close their file and also send us any data you have on them because they go to our school now." That's how that works. And we never got any of that. So it's obvious the girl was lying. She never transferred anywhere, but she was trying to cover up the fact that she didn't have a place to live. And we finally found out she didn't have a place to live. And then what do? We do not send social workers. We do not send her aid or food or money or ask if she's okay. We just try to teach her again. It doesn't make any sense. So the girl starts coming to class. I'm like catching her up on stuff. I'm like, "Oh, I guess so you're not going to transfer schools then? Are you going to stay with us? Oh, it's so good to hear from you. I'm glad you're back." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like trying to help her with stuff. And then and then what? And then I got the email today, she's quitting French class. Okay. I don't understand. So did anyone ever realize that she was lying about transferring schools? Like she probably needs help. Like I understand if she doesn't want to take a difficult class, but like I, I just it's so frustrating that everyone I work with, no one saw the red flags. Like no one reached out to her. They bought it when she told them uh, that she was transferring. Like, no, that's not what happened. She stopped going to school for 4 months. That's it. Stupid. Like, I don't know if this makes you grumpy or not, but it makes me grumpy because I feel like we're letting so many people down. And I got in trouble for asking about her too. Like, did anyone talk to her family? Is she okay? Did you get a social worker? And they were like, mind your fucking business and wait for her to answer us. Okay, she's just a teenager. Sure, she can't do it all by herself. Ridiculous. I think I've run out of sentence. Wait a minute. Dans l'attente d'une réponse qui, je l'espère, me sera favorable, je vous prie d'agréer, monsieur, l'expression de mes salutations distinguées. Know that the sentence is just a long French sentence. Eh. Please see my my resume, my attached resume. Yep, that's pretty good. I wonder if I can just find a CV. Architect. Can never spell anything. French resumes have pictures on them, which is kind of cool. You gotta put your picture on it. No. One really simple. I don't know if I can find a simple enough one. I think the kids are gonna look at this resume and be like, "Oh dear, this is a lot of words," and then just freak out. Mm, this looks not bad, but you can't read it. Dang it. I might have to just make one again. Damn. Oh no, this one's good, but it's in English. Wow. Got another work email, but it's spam. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna make our own resume here. It's gonna take me forever. This looks pretty good though. Let's see. Yeah, it's nice and clean. Looks like a piece of paper. I'll take it. I'm gonna put this over here. Because whatever. More work emails. I know you hear it dinging. Hmm. This one is another student who lies all the time. His guardian said he had a headache and didn't go to class today. He didn't have my class today, so he didn't cut class. But like, he said he had a headache and didn't know what to do, and he's struggling with his grades. So the guidance counselor emails back for all of us, which is really nice. She normally doesn't do her job, but hey, I'll take it. I think she's probably swamped like the rest of us too, but uh she's telling the family like, "Oh, make sure you do stuff for French class and algebra class since those count on high school GPA, even though it's like he's an 8th grader because he took the advanced course. It's like French is an advanced course and high school algebra, that's harder than 8th grade. 8th grade math is just math. Um, oh, it's raining inside the house. There's a big puddle of dripping water. Hey, Setsu, look at that. That's a lot of water hiding under the paint right there. That'll splash down. Shit. Uh, hang on, guys. It's been raining all morning, possibly all night, and I'm wearing pajama pant bottoms and slippers. So please excuse me for my outfit. Look at this. This is my teaching outfit. I wear my PJs all the way up to my belly button, just above, and my slippers. They're hedgehogs. Yeah, no, it doesn't sound good at all. I don't think I can show you on camera though, because I've got all the stuff. What's the stuff? Oh yeah, my desk is all wet. Wow. How did I not notice that? Must be the headphones. Can you give me a bucket or something? Wow, it's like really wet. I had no idea. Yeah, so this spot, it always rains in the house in this one spot, and it sucks because it's right over my computer. And can I have paper towels too, actually? It's really wet. And like, I live in an apartment complex, right? So like, maintenance will come in, and then they'll like look at it, and they'll be like, "Wow, that looks like a problem." And then I'll tell them, we need a new roof. And then they're like, "Oh, well, the guy who owns this building doesn't want to do that." And then it happens over and over again. The end. It kind of sucks because like it's a really small apartment, so we can't like just move things around easily. You have to like restructure the entire place if you want to move one thing. Ugh, there we go. And oh, it's like dripping on the monitor. It's dripping in more than one spot. I need a bigger bucket. Oh god. So yeah, it could be a problem. Yes, they're required to do it by law, and I've threatened them several times. So I'll be doing that again. I made a big fuss over it last time because I was saying like, yeah, let's take a cooking pot actually. That could be good. Um, because before climate change and like the general warming of the environment. Wow, all right. Look at this. We got time to spare for this water now. Uh, it's been a problem because I'm like, well, it's rain now and rain stinks, but we just dry up water. But when it snows and the roof is all weak and it gets heavy, well, then what? Does the roof cave in? Do we live? Like, what happens then? They don't ever have answers for that. They just say, oh, we're sorry you're having this problem. It's a pain in the butt. Now, what stinks is this is going to completely cover up my second monitor. Don't threaten, just file a lawsuit. Doesn't that cost money? Jesus. Sarknar? Because this is the stuff I don't really know. Alright, I've nearly completely covered up my second monitor. so I can preserve it with this Coleman cooler, excursion cooler. All right, Cora, go on. You're my spot. Good girl. Oi! But yeah, they don't repair it, but they make it look nice again. So like up here, they've recently repainted it, and the fresh paint is just these giant bubbles right now, holding in a lot of water. I'm almost wondering if I should just puncture it so it drips down instead of breaks at some point and gets all over the place and destroys my computer. Depends on the attorney, but normally yes. You think I should do it, Zarknor? Why? Because right now that we have, warming of the climate, it's probably not going to snow and cave in. It'll probably just rain over and over and over and over again like it's been. Wow, I'll post a picture for you guys to see. Let me look for my phone. It almost makes you want to cancel class. Sorry guys, it's raining inside my house. Can't have class today. Alright, we need pictures for prosperity. Posterity? Posterity. Not prosperity. Definitely not. What a joke. They look like boobs. There's like two spots and they have little nipples on them because they're dripping. I'm gonna take a video real quick so that we can watch it drip. There's a drip. It's got 3 dripping spots. It's about to drip in the center. There. Yeah, it's a lot of water on the recently painted spot. Alright, fuck that. Alright, so if you've already complained more than once and they've messed with it more than once, then it's a problem. Once it causes damage to your property, 1, cause damage to property, 2, safety concern, 3, health concern. I've said all of these things and no response. So that's your rationale for doing the lawyer or file a lawsuit. Okay, but all right. Next question is, um, what is the end result? Do they pay damages? Do they just fix the fucking roof? Do they give us a new apartment? Like, I've never. I am as un-American as I would like to be. One of those qualities is not suing people because when Americans don't get what they want, they try to destroy the other person instead of coming to a peaceful resolution. Now, I allow that to mean that sometimes I get bullied or beat up because when I can't get my end result, then or my solution, then I get nothing, right? Because if someone says no, you lose. That's usually where I leave things. Um, I know most Americans don't take no for an answer and then they just start suing each other. But I don't know what would be the most reasonable thing to do or to say or to ask for. They pay court costs and repair damage. Courts are peaceful. I know, okay, it's peaceful, but it's still an act of aggression in my eyes because you're like making someone do something they don't want to do. That's so much water. Yeah, I'm probably gonna actually have to cancel classes or teach from a laptop. Ugh, that's gonna suck. Hmm. Do you think? Oh, I should move the switch too. Do you think it would be foolish to not follow up? Like, I don't know. How I was raised, my family always does things their own way. And I've definitely seen my dad lose out on business or, you know, conflicts because he'll just take the L. Like, I've never seen someone model that kind of behavior. I only hear about it when you take someone to court and take care of yourself, or protect yourself, or advocate. I self-advocate, but up until that point, then I give up usually. It would be worse if you did not follow up. There are situations when you should do it. Setsu, do you want to sue him? Well, it's and they said no. All they do is paint it. Zuckner says it's safety and health concern, which is what I said before. Plus, plus property damage on my brand new desk. Last warning, then we take action. You're allowing the landlord to let you live in subpar living conditions and mildew from moisture and while paying for better health because of mold and mildew from moisture. Yeah, I'm sure it's all moldy inside there. Yeah, it's an old brick building. That's funny. I was just remarking on the rain this morning, how peaceful it is, because I get really like anxious and stressed out um, before classes since I really don't enjoy working right now, and that was calming for me. It's really funny that even the rain's coming to get me. Hmm. What I've done, Zognar, before bringing them to a court case or filing something, is I've also communicated with like the county because I think the county has to oversee stuff like this. Let's say someone doesn't mow their lawn, right? And it grows above 3 feet or something like that. They can say like your property is an eyesore and the rules are you have to have a manicured property. Like either make it a forest or uh, like landscaped or whatever. They do the same thing with like apartment buildings. There's like regulation on that. Um, it just sucks because it's like one more thing for me to stress out about. I'm trying to simplify life. I feel like that'll make it more complicated. Reporting them to inspector's office could work as well. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do first. Because, like, I want to delegate as much as possible. Like, it is my responsibility to take care of myself. If someone else whose job it is to run this building isn't taking care of the building, I still have to take care of myself. Like, I recognize that. But it is their job that they're neglecting. And in order to force them to do their job and take my needs into account and like my safety into account, I want to try to find the path of least resistance. If I take them to court or file something, then I have to follow up with it or I have to hire a lawyer or whatever. Um, but if I can delegate it to like the county or inspector or whatever the hell, that would probably be better for me personally because I'll still get taken care of, but it'll be someone else's job to make sure that's done. Like, hopefully, just pointing my finger and saying, look, bad things. Someone has to deal with the bad things, just like a police officer has to deal with crime. I don't know. I'm definitely rambling. I have renter's insurance, but it doesn't cover specific things. Like, I think this massive computer setup, I don't think it's covered. I think you have to get like specialized insurance for stuff. Like, I think renter's insurance typically covers like clothing and furniture, but electronics are separate. And jewelry and like valuables like that sort of uh like precious metals and stuff, those are separate. Acid, it's raining inside my house. Hi. I've got I've got water droplets all over my monitors and my stuff. Hi. You're such a little ray of sunshine. I always get so happy when you're here. How are you, Acid? I'm like calm, but I'm bothered. I've got 1 hour left until my classes, and I might cancel it so I can deal with this. Which means I need to make a sub plan. Substitute teacher. What do we do? What happened to your internet? I thought it was fine. But yeah, my insurance doesn't cover any of the stuff I'm looking at right now. Like the Stream Deck, the monitors, the computer, uh, all of this, all the technology, the gaming stuff. But it actually, I lied. It covers the lamp. It would definitely cover the lamp. Oh, you were on backup for a week? How did I not know? Oh, is that why you were talking about ping and stuff for Overwatch? Okay, I was wondering about that, but like, I didn't understand. I think I was just being derpy. Alright. I'm trying to make a resume for a fake person, this Alain Favier, but I don't remember what French resumes look like. Yeah, you're right, Zarknor. I feel like I'm being kind of stupid right now. Look at Discord. I can't. Oh, ugh. My other monitor is covered up by a big ass bucket. Wait. Uh. Oh, wow. You only go up. That's global ranking too. Pro Osu. I like it. How'd you do that? Oh, I got a work email. Did you guys hear that? What a mess. Oh no! I just minimized everything by shaking Discord. Dumbass. Wait, wait, wait. Need to see what people are saying in OBS. And then where's my work? This one. Oh wait, and the work email. Fuck. Okay. Where's the work email? This one? Eh, I'm such a pro. Faculty meeting today. Brief faculty meeting. Eh, middle school. Something. Whatever, I'll read it later. Can't see it. It's at the end of the day. I got time. Oh boy. Acid, how did you get to rank 2? Seriously. Oh, that's all filled in with Latin. God dang it. Oh, that's French though. Alright, let's go to this website. Maybe this will be a good one. mycvfactory.com. Oh, oh, oh. Open, open, open. Oh my god, we're gonna have to do this by zooming in. Fine. Oh, you did it by inspect? You butthead. I was gonna say, weren't you like in the hundreds still? Wait, no. What's your actual rank right now? Alright, we're gonna do split screen. We're a fucked up version of split screen. Um, let's see. Oh, that's so small. It's so small. Okay, that's better. Hardcore elite Osu. Okay, you're still in the 500,000s. Alright. I was like, what? I thought it was in hundreds place. It's all a lie. Man. My one student wants to come see me every day during the get help period. I can't wait. Can't fucking wait. I will help her so good. She's always up my butt. Curriculum vitae. Copy and paste. Where's the word? The letter. E. Alright, anyway. Curriculum vitae. I don't like this at all. Man, my book's getting wet. Ah! How am I supposed to live like this? I've got like a teacher book. If I'll rank 2, only tournament I could take part is OWC? What's that? Alright, I think... I think I want to save some of these things. Like, I want to have my kids do their own cover letter, but not until we're in class together. Because they'll probably have a billion questions. Or they'll just Google stuff and come up with random shit. Oh, the World Cup. Oh. That would be so cool. They should send you a 3D printer just so you can print out a digital like looking cup. That'd be so fun. There's so many different things you could do with that to be clever for like whoever's the winner, so the top 3. Um, hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, maybe. I'm trying to look for resources right now, but I'm getting a little panicked. Like, I'm gonna run out of time because this rain is messing me up. Okay, see you in a bit. Osu coffee cub. Hell yeah. Yeah, mug. Mugs are good. Someone just tried to log in as me where my parents live. What? Is my mom trying to access something? What is it though? That's weird. Taking part of the tournament. Participation trophy acid? Is that what you mean? Like if you join or if you participate, then you get something from showing up. Uh, they had a lot of stuff like that at TwitchCon. Like when we went to TwitchCon in 2019, they had stuff like that where it's like you got like a little baggie to carry things around in. You got some stickers or I don't know. We got like Magic the Gathering cards, I think. Something like that. Wow. I can't believe they actually have money prizes. That's not bad. What rank do you have to be in the World Cup? Hmm. Well, I think all right. What will I do? This is for an adult though. This is not for somebody who's just starting out. All right, so I'll finish that later. Um, I'll give them some expressions. One, two, three, four, five. I want to give them like 5 different expressions. Let's see. Yeah, we'll use this slide that's got 6 spots for words to go in. Here, we'll do this. Oh, there's no limit. Okay. You have to think, well, it's invite only. That's mean. Pour une lettre formelle. Un mail formel. Hmm. Boop, 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 boop. Need a word. I mean a letter. We should make our own tournament. You would just win though. Oh man. Okay. Sweet. There's nowhere to even put this. Alright, we'll do save it later. I'll make it full screen. Suite à notre conversation téléphonique. Following our conversation phone call. Oops. I mean our phone call conversation. Oops. Still in French grammar, speaking English. Téléphonique. Make it wider. Make the box smaller. Englishy. Following our phone conversation. Okay. 2 million rank if you wanted to be. Oh. Okay, so you can be any rank you want, but like there's no point if you're very bad at the game to be in it. Yeah, they would pick you if you're well known. Okay, that makes sense. I'll follow. Right, 14, 13. We're gonna make it all 14. Okay. En réponse. Réponse. Oh my god, more accent marks. In response to votre petite annonce du response to your announcement or the ad. In response to your ad of or about whatever. Derp Squad Osu Cup or DOC. That could actually be really fun. Oh my god, we should get people who've never done Osu before. So it's literally Derp Squad, like people who have no fucking clue what they're doing. Like, I'm trying to click it. Oh no. Just set all the settings to like no fail so they can get through the whole song. Oh my gosh. That'd be awesome. Dans le cadre de ma formation, je voudrais. No, let's go. Je voudrais. Da, da, da. In the case of, as part of my education, training, comma, work email. No fail. Yes, definitely no fail. Did you hear that? I got a work email. I get so many. Actually, it's really slow today. I'm actually shocked. Today's the last day for stuff for like students handing in grades or late assignments for their grades to improve. I've really only gotten like 3 things from students. This one girl harasses me all the time, so I don't count her. She would be the fourth. But she came to my get help session. She asked if she can come to them every day now. It's like, okay. She's super intense. She just wants to like get everything done. So I'll give it to her. She definitely works hard. Veuillez trouver ci-joint mon curriculum vitae, which has an AE connected letter. This one. Poof. Bless you. Times two. Please find my resume attached. Resume. Funny. It's got accent marks in English and in French. Mm, it's weird. So in France, Zuckner says salud. It's bless you in Spanish. De nada, you're welcome. Gracias. Yeah. A different response to bless you? Nah, just say thanks, I think. He says gracias. But yeah, this is trippy. Like this is like languageception right here. Cause so resume is the French word for summary, right? So we use the word resume, stolen from French, as our summary of our job experiences and training and whatever. So a resume is a piece of paper that you use to apply for a job in English. That we stole the word from France because it means summary. But in France, they don't use un résumé because that just means summary. What the fuck is that? So when they want to apply for a job in France, they use a curriculum vitae, which is the summary of your life's explaining. Resumen is a summary in Spanish. Resume is summary in Spanish too. Yeah, it's but it's funny how like I bet you in Spain and in Mexico and other Spanish speaking countries, they probably don't use the word resume for the piece of paper that they use to apply for jobs. It's so trippy. Like, that's languageception, you know? They stole it. And then, like, in France, they use the Latin words, and in United States, we use the French derived words, European derived words. It's weird. Je vous prie, oops, prie, not peer. Oh my gosh, that would be bad. D'agréer. This accent, d'agréer. Monsieur, madame, l'expression de mes sentiments distingués. Oh my gosh, I need that accent. Distingué. There we go. Yeah, go ahead and delete this one. Don't need that one. Proof. That's a long one. Uh, this is so funny. Watch this. Je vous prie d'agréer, monsieur ou madame, l'expression de mes sentiments distingués. Sincerely. So fucking funny. Literally translates to I I pray to you to agree, sir or madam, the expressions of my distinguished sentiments. You know, I'm like, it's like sincerely. It's so formal. People don't talk like this, but in writing, you have to be this formal. Like, people won't take you seriously. Or they'll be like, they'll think you're like a little snot, if you don't use the politesse and all the formulas. Americans return to their language roots of European, and Europeans return to language roots, hence Latin. Yeah, pretty much. It's funny how that works. Even in artwork, like North Americans love European style artwork, like the Renaissance, Baroque, classical, whatever. You've got all the different forms of European artwork over the years and centuries. And in Europe, they fucking hate it. They're tired of it. Like all their architecture and everything else, it's so old. They're over it. You go to a museum that a European recommends, it's not going to be Le Louvre. It's not going to be like whatever is in town of like the old stuff. It's actually going to be a modern museum that they'll take you to. And they're going to show you blobs of black paint and squares shapes. Like, it's really funny. I asked about it. I'm like, why don't you like this stuff? Like, we think this is beautiful. And they're like, yeah, like they did a good job in the artist, but like that's old. They prefer, generally speaking, that's a huge stereotype, but many people in like just uh like pop culture, that's been a big influence. They like modern artwork now. There's very little to no appreciation for the old stuff that we think are like treasures. I thought that was so funny. My when I lived in France, my my host mom, she took me to a museum and it was like the only exhibit we went to was a modern one. I brought my bowl back to the kitchen actually. All right. So I gave them, all right, we have, they get to preview it, like the some of the expressions and vocab words. Then they get to see specifically what are these expressions. They're going to see it put together in a lettre de motivation, cover letter. They're going to see this cover letter, which fucking sucks, and they're going to have to formalize it because it's like mostly informal and rude. But I have an 80-minute period, so I should definitely add some things for the kids to do today. Let's see. Maybe I can give them like a scenario. No. Maybe we could review phone call stuff. Or grammar. Yeah, maybe grammar. There's a future perfect verb tense. Le futur antérieur. It's really weird. It's like, uh, that's gonna be hard to teach. Um, this is really trippy verb tense. It's not like the future, like, oh, um, I will put a bucket on this table to prevent the rain from destroying my computer. No, that's like a guaranteed, like, I will. Um, this one is like, thank you. It's like I will have done something. So, for example, you have to use a helping verb, like to have or to be to go with it, um, plus a past participle. So, like did become or do becomes done. Like I will have done something. So it's almost like a hypothetical future. Uh, for example, when the students have finished their studies, they will have learned something. I don't know. When I finished my studies, I will work with my mom. When I will have finished my studies, I will then work with my mom. Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't translate well either. It's hard for me to teach this. Mm, I'm gonna use this slide. E. We're gonna bring it up here. Le futur intérieur. Need an accent mark. E. I wonder if they can teach themselves this today while I cancel class. Alright, so sujet, verbe, objet. No. Verbe, auxiliaire, helping verb, participe passé. Alright. Je l'ai. Oh, got caps lock on. Je l'ai. No, I'll use the studies one. I think I'll just color code this. Here's what we'll do. I've got the parts and pieces of the sentence. I'll put example sentences down below it. I don't need to use the text boxes all separate like. Here we go. Quand j'aurai fini mes études. Oops, not that one. Quand j'aurai fini mes études, je travaillerai avec ma mère. Come on, give an accent mark. Oh shit. Half the time, like, I can write in French and it'll like autocorrect, but half the time it doesn't. Julie te téléphonera quand maman sera rentrée. When I have finished, when I will have finished my studies, I will work with my mom. Too big, too big, too big, too big. Julie will call you when mom will have returned home. That's gonna be so trippy. Alright, color code. This one's blue. This blue. And this one. J'aurai. That's gonna be our yellow one. Bold. Gold. Gold and bold. Fini. That's the participe passé. Bold. Maman. Sujet. Mom. Cora, no. Hey. Will have. We'll just make this all bold. I'm wasting everyone's time. Formatting like a dumbass. There we go. Will have Das gold. Returned home. Das purple. Gold. Purple. This is the verbatim translation. Actual translation. When I have finished my studies, I will work with my mom. Okay. Julie will call you when mom has returned home or arrived home. Yeah, that sounds better in English. That's trippy stuff. This is hard to explain because I don't use this verb tense a lot. It's very conditional. Like if this, then that. Like, because the one half of the sentence uses the verb tense. It's just regular old future. Like, I will work with my mom, right? My kids know how to do that already. Mm, but this is different. Cora, what are you doing? Are you okay? I think she just got water up her nose. Derp. Something like that. Hey, 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 quit sniffing. I feel like she's gonna get sick or something. She's making weird sounds. She just drank water? Oh, maybe we went down the wrong pipe. Okay, so this is like the future when you're trying to say everything's in the future, but one thing is before and one thing is after. So like the studies happen first, and then working with someone happens after, because you gotta finish your studies before you go to work. Then the telephone is the last thing that happens, but mom has to come home first. Okay, then I could explain it like that. I should make all of this smaller though. It looks ugly. Because I want to add something on the side too, or like up here, a little text box or something. Boom. I got a plan, I swear. She definitely drank water the wrong way. Hmm. Something wrong? Alright, I'm trying to think of how I would express this in French in a way that my students will understand. Because these guys that I'm talking about now are like 17, 18, maybe 16 at the youngest. They're like my highest level kids, so they're like 11th, 12th grade. Um, on utilise le futur antérieur On exprime l'avenir, l'avenir avec le futur antérieur et le futur simple. Hmm. Le futur antérieur s'exprime ce qui se passe en premier et le futur simple s'exprime ce qui passe après. Alright, I hope that makes sense. People express the future with the verb tense called le futur antérieur and le futur simple, the other verb tense. They know le futur simple already. Le futur antérieur expresses that which happens firstly, and the futur simple expresses that which happens after. Yeah, the anterior future, like there's your preceded antecedent, like in a sentence, for example, your antecedent would be what refers to beforehand. Two sentences. Here we go. I am talking to Zarknor. I like him. Him has an antecedent. Who is him? Do we know the identity of this person? Yes, because I specified in the previous sentence the name Zarknor, which we know is the person referring to when saying him. So him and Zarknor, there's the precedent, the antecedent. Zarknor is the antecedent to him. They're like pointing words, like almost in comp sci when you're coding, you have pointers. It's what points to the before. So le futur antérieur is your what's before. Even though both things haven't happened yet, one still has to happen first in order for you to be able to reference what happens after. So Zarknor and him, Zarknor comes first, so we know what the reference is, and him comes after, so we don't have to keep saying your name again. Yes, I like you. Derp. So yeah, future antérieur down here, the blue, gold, pink stuff or purple, whatever. This is future antérieur. I will have finished my studies. Like once this is done, then I can do the next thing. Neither of these things have been completed yet, but one has to come first in order for the other to exist. Like this one. Mom has to come home first before Julie is allowed to call you. It's weird. But yeah, I guess I don't know the names of English verb tenses as well as I know the French ones, ironically. But if the future past is one of them that exists in English, then yes, it would probably be that. Because you have to use um, parts of structures that create past tense in order to use le futur antérieur. Like finished, right? Finished. That's implying that something's done already. It has an ed ending, or returned, or arrived. Those things would imply completed actions, but they're not. It's just that has to be done first. Mm. Oh, this is gonna be trippy. Maybe I'll make another example sentence. Make this stuff smaller. Future perfect. Future perfect. Yeah. I said that, didn't I? Future perfect. That's the one. This is 10. This is 8. want this to be 8 too. Um, I will call you as soon as I've had lunch. I need an accent mark. God damn it. Dès que j'aurai déjeuner. Oops. Dé. Oops. Déjeuner. Haha! Okay! Oh yeah, water. Okay. Alright. I will. I will call you as soon as have. I will have eaten lunch. It's such a weird translation. Alright, I'm gonna make this easier to understand. This is the verbatim translation. This is the verbatim translation. I will call you as soon as I eat lunch. Okay, I have to explain that it's really, really interpreted, wow, interpreted, uh, from French to English. Okay. E. Color code. That's gonna be a period. Oops. That's not the right color. Ew. Gold. Purple. Weird purple. Okay. That's so trippy looking. I think that's why I hate teaching this one. Critical security alert for your linked Google account. Review account activity. Who's trying to sign in as me? Unknown device? Change password? God damn it. Sorry guys. Gotta change my password. Fuck you. That's gonna be my password. Just kidding. I used to do that. I had a Hotmail address and it would get hacked all the time. So I made my password like fuck you. It got hacked again though. I'm probably gonna get kicked out when I do this. I'll use a really good password. Screenshot it because I'm gonna forget. Password is changed. So make sure your account stays safe. Review important security settings. No, I don't want to. Okay, you guys know then. Hopefully I don't get kicked out of what I'm working on. Just change the password for this account. Okay. Teach the verb tense. Good. Let's practice the verb tense. Mm. Oh fuck, I've been signed out. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, I can't even see. Ugh. Okay, gotta sign in on my other screen. And then, eh, we'll get back to it. Alright, yes, I'm still derp, thank you. Add or confirm your recovery email? Not now. I'm working. Okay, fix it. Anyway, where were we? Here. Copy. Paste. Transparent background. Delete. Delete. Okay. Écoute. We're gonna do a listening activity. Oops, not that. Listening activity. I have my kids listen to some stuff that I have pre-recorded because new verb tenses are scary. This way they just listen to it. That's not so bad. Now, we talked about some crazy shit today. It's raining in the house. The world is ending. I'm gonna quit or go on disability. What a day. We gotta reopen my box though, so that it rains in the bin and not on the table. It's still dripping. Talked about parenting, which I know nothing about, fortunately. Écoute ces phrases et dis quel événement doit arriver d'abord pour que l'autre puisse se passer. Oh, I like this. Okay. Listen to the sentences and say which event has to happen first so that the other can happen. So you're going to listen between someone's telling something, and then one of the things is going to be in future simple, the one that they know already, the verb tense they know already. One's going to be the new one, future antérieur. Écrire la lettre de motivation. Téléphoner à Michel. Some of these will be obvious though. Like this is write your cover letter or call Michael. Obviously you have to do the writing first. Aller au cinéma. Déjeuner. This one unclear, right? Because it's go to the movie theater or have lunch. Who knows? Just depends on what they say. Alright, so it's all 12. Cool. Numéro 3. Parler à Stéphanie talk to staff, or aller voir Alice. Go see Alice. Venir vous rendre visite. Come visit us. Come visit you guys. Go visit you guys. Oh, come visit us. Arriver. Arrive. Comprendre la leçon. Leçon. Understand a lesson or finir les exercices. Finish the exercises. Okay. Double space, thank you. Fine. Alright, gotta go find the audio though. Learning materials. Bien dit, textbook. Bien divers. Audio. Chapitre 2. The Working World. Activité 26. Anyone with the link can view. Copy link. Go. Here. Paste. Link. There. Alright, then I'll give them a writing practice. Pratiquons le futur intérieur. It'll let me fix this one every time, but none of the others. Fine. Okay. Ces choses se passeront quand quelque chose d'autre sera arrivé. Yay! Complète les phrases avec les formes. Yay! Thank you. I don't have to go through the stupid menu. Correct. Des verbes entre parenthèses. Yes. That's so satisfying when it fixes the damn problem for me. There we go. Okay. Numéro 1. Marie. Government verb, se maquiller. Marie puts on makeup quand elle prendre sa douche. She will put on makeup when she has taken her shower. So the kids will have to know this is in futur simple, the normal one, like this is going to happen, and then futur antérieur, the new one, that has to be done first. Can't put your makeup on and then shower. Bad plan. I'm just getting rid of these emails. I keep getting like reminders that the Google security alert has a problem, which you watched me deal with it. There we go. Ok, numéro 2. Quand l'infirmière, quand l'infirmière blank se laver les mains. Oh, this is going to be an important one for today. Today's world. Aller aider le docteur. When the nurse will have washed her hands, she will then help the doctor. Gotta wash your hands first. I want to make this 1.5 spacing. Ugh. There we go. 1.5. Okay. Je être contente quand il me téléphone. Oh, I need accent marks like crazy. Probably gonna cut stream soon. I have kids coming, and I still gotta decide. I'm probably gonna teach them. Like, I don't want to lose out on sick days. I'll be happy when he calls me. Sure. Oh, fuck. Finir nos devoirs. We'll come over when we finish our homework. Il They're more easily find work when they do their internship. Yeah. Okay. That looks pretty good. So I don't have to write anything on the top part, which is why it's smaller. Just want to make it double space. So if we ever actually go back to in-person teaching, I can throw this up on a whiteboard through the projector and kids can just write in this space. Maybe I'll make the lines bigger. There. Okay. There, I filled up the space. Hmm. Alright, so I guess I see these kids Mondays and Thursdays for like 80-minute periods, and then, or almost. And then I see them on Wednesdays for like a half hour. What I'll probably do is we'll do like a writing workshop on the half-hour day. Because we're also reading a novel, Le Petit Prince, which I'm going to completely ignore for right now, so that we can do language stuff. Lettre de... No, not lettre de motivation. Architecte CV français. Hmm. I want to see some examples, so maybe just copy and paste one real quick. So that they can at least see it, even though I don't have a perfect one that they can understand easily. No pictures. Like, I like this one. I'm just gonna use it for now. Meh, good enough for right now. Although, it's a boy who wrote the other paper. Dang it. There's all women. There's an old guy. There's no other young looking men. They all look so old. Alright, let's see. Alright, this is French. Alright, we'll do this. We'll take a screenshot of it, or a screen snip. Of Le Hoang Viet. Without the page number. Copy. By Mila. Hello, Huang. I'm gonna hide the one I didn't do behind this. There. I did it. Alright, I got kids in 19 minutes. I'm gonna eat lunch and I'm gonna get ready, I guess. The water's stopped because the rain is lighter. Hopefully for now it holds. Thanks for coming, guys. I know it's like, I don't know if my streams make sense anymore. I kind of just do what I feel like, which I know for some people works, for some people doesn't. I don't even know if it works for me. But it's nice just chatting, saying hey to people. Thank you to Starfox, Zarknor, Acid for coming to just hang out, do your thing. I know Setsu and Nick are nearby somewhere, working probably. So I appreciate the company, getting to share ideas, all that jazz. I'm not gonna do a raid or anything because it's not that kind of a day. So if you are interested in looking for someone else, hang tight. If there's any Derp Squad members who are streaming right now, when I go offline, my channel will auto host within a minute or so. Um, so feel free to say hey to them. They're all good people. Anyway, that is it for us for today. Thank you, everyone, and see you next time. Bye.